An old man literally just stopped me and said, I don't mean to be rude, but you are absolutely gorgeous. I just find that so weird. Don't say that. That's just weird. Ew.
Honey, it's not weird. You are. Listen, the reason that gentlemen stop being gentlemen is because of videos like this.
Wait, so you're saying he's too perfect, therefore you're gonna reject him?
Yeah.
Guys, she's lying. He's boring. The more you seem like the kind of guy that's trying to please women, the less attractive they will be to you, because now you look desperate and you look eager to please.
I'm probably never having kids. I'm probably going to play video games for the rest of my life. I'm probably going to be as hot for as long as I can.
There's no joy that happens for a career woman who climbs and hits mid-50s, no children, no husband. I mean, it's devastation. Also, let me just ask this. As a female... Hello, everyone, and welcome to a brand new episode of the Jedediah Bila Show. I am so glad you're here. Great show today. Okay, we are going to dive right in with the first clip. You know how we talk about gentlemen and why gentlemen don't exist anymore? Let's hit it.
An old man literally just stopped me and said, I don't mean to be rude, but you are absolutely gorgeous. And I looked at him and I was like, and I just turned around and like, and then I'm thinking, like, is this just me deeping it too much? Like, is he actually just, like, trying to be nice? And then I'm thinking, wait, no, that's me, my people-pleasing brain switching on and trying to, like, excuse the fact that he just outwardly said that I'm absolutely gorgeous, which is just, like, so unnecessary. Is that weird? Or am I just really deeping this now? I just find that so weird. Don't say that. That's just weird. Ew.
Okay. Honey, it's not weird. You are. Let's be honest. This is why guys have stopped being gentlemen. Now, an old man, she said, I don't know how old he is, right? I don't know. She looks, what? I don't know, 30 maybe? Who knows how old he is? So there was a time when older men, I don't know, let's say he's 60. Let's say he's 70. I don't know. When a man would say oh, you're gorgeous, you're beautiful. And you know what a woman would say? Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And just go about your day. You know why? Because it happened to me all the time when I was younger, right? All the time. Happens to me sometimes now. And you know what? You're polite. You're very polite. And you say thank you and you move on with your day, right? What is wrong with that? What is wrong with this woman? That she had to psychoanalyze this. Listen, honey, you dress for attention. You post videos for attention. Not just you, but a lot of the women like you. You're out looking for attention. And when someone notices and says you look good, you decide to be offended that they had the audacity to compliment you, when you know damn well that if he didn't say you look good, or if they didn't stare, or if they didn't pay you any attention, you'd be home crying your eyes out, bawling, making some video about that. Listen, some women you're not going to please. The reason that gentlemen stop being gentlemen is because of videos like this. Because it's a very nice thing to do. And I'm sure this guy was extremely polite. He's an older guy. And you know what? He's from a different generation. He's from a generation where you could compliment a woman and they would appreciate that compliment, say thank you politely, and go about their day. He's not used to these modern women who take offense when you say they look good. They don't, let's be clear about this. They don't really take offense, right? She's not really offended because she damn well loves that guy said she looked good because she got an ego boost from it. But she wants to play the role of being offended. Notice too that when she has a moment where she says, well, was that just okay? Oh, no, that's me being a people pleaser. Honey, how is it you being a people pleaser to just be polite, take a compliment, and move on with your day? This is why guys stopped being nice. And you know what's happening now, as you guys well know, you're not paying them attention the way you used to, and they're going bonkers, right? So this is all a game. They dress up because they want you to pay them attention. If you pay them attention, they make a video saying, he had the audacity to say I looked really good. That's so lame and so creepy and so weird. If you don't pay them attention, they make a video complaining that you didn't pay them attention. You can't please them. Stop trying. Just be a gentleman, right? Just be who you are. Be polite. And if they don't accept that with reverence and kindness and politeness, screw them. They're not for you. Don't change to suit these women because you're not going to please them anyway. You're not. I'm not saying don't make yourself a better person if you want to, of course you should strive to be. But what I'm saying to you is don't try to figure out the puzzle all the time. Like, how can some of these women you're not going to please because they don't want to be pleased. They want to complain and moan and let's be honest. Okay. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. You know you want to. You know you have to. All right. Do it. And get in the chat. Tell me, you ever met women like that? I want to know. I like to see some of you will leave personal stories in the comments. I love it. I eat the comments up, like a cat drinking up that milk. I love it. I'm serious. All right. Hit that subscribe, hit that like, show some love. It helps us with the algorithm. It helps us book guests, which we have a couple coming up that are really cool. Ooh. It helps us to grow and bring you. I have some really cool ideas of stuff I want to bring to the show. You got to hit sub. Go do it. You know it. Number 2.
You're such a major green flag that I'm like, I can't.
Yeah, that's okay. But thank you so much for saying that.
No, I love the way you interacted with everyone. You're so polite and you're just down for the criticism as well. But I think it's too much of a green flag that I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to ruin you.
No worries, no worries.
Wait, so you're saying he's too perfect, therefore you're going to reject him?
Yeah.
Understood.
Makes sense, yeah?
It's going to be your heartbreak.
Oh, definitely.
Okay. Did you get that? He's too good. You're so perfect. You're, polite. And you take criticism well, and you were so respectful to anyone, but I can't. I feel like I'm gonna ruin you. Guys, she's lying. He's boring. She's bored. This is a perfectly decent guy, probably, right? He's a good looking guy. He looks like he's relatively in shape. He's soft spoken. He's gentle. He's polite, as she said. I guess it's a game where you're able to criticize. He accepted that criticism with dignity and took it, and he's too nice. This is why the nice guys finish last. He overextended himself too much. He was too polite. He was too, what can I do to make you happy? He was too yes, of course, you said I was XYZ. Well, maybe I can improve on. You can see the energy right from the get-go that guy is too soft. He's too gentle. He's sunken in. Stand up straight, guys. Stand up. You got to have that man energy. You got to have that masculine male energy. You got to have it all around you. In fact, it's got to be so strong that she feels it where she's standing, so that if the wind blows a certain way, she's like, ooh, right? So the power dynamic in that she assessed was going to be with her, right? And ultimately, women don't want that. They think they want to be in power, but they don't. Because those guys that allow them to be in power, they cheat on them, or they leave them, or they divorce them, or they put you on the B team or the B list. They don't want that. And they will pick the guy who has the power every single time, because ultimately they want to be submissive, right? What do most women want in the bedroom? Do they want to run the show? No, they don't. Okay. It's biologically intrinsic for us to want that strong man. And it doesn't just imply to your physical strength. It implies to your emotional strength. It has to do with your energy that you have when you walk into a room, right? Your commanding energy, that you're not going to take shit from anyone, including her. She has to feel like you're not going to take her shit, or she doesn't respect you and she won't stay. She will leave you for some guy who doesn't take her shit. I promise you, every single time. Or she'll cheat, or she'll have a wandering eye. Something will be off in that dynamic if you in any way succumb and feel soft and too gentle and like you're going to take her shit. Also, the theme here that's strung through the first 2 videos, some women you're never going to please. So this guy was trying to get picked, probably, right? He's on some type of game show. I don't know what the hell this is, but he wanted to be in their favor. Stop trying to be in their favor. Hey, don't do a game show like that. It's lame. Secondly, stop trying to please. Again, stop trying. You are not going to please them. And the more you seem like the kind of guy that's trying to please women, the less attracted they will be to you, because now you look desperate and you look eager to please. They don't want that. They want a guy who's confident and, masculine and doesn't need to try and please them, because they got a line of women that would, happy to come in the door. Honey, you want to come in? No, we'll see you later. That's the energy that wins. And by the way, I'm not saying don't be a dick, don't be, no, you got to be, you're raised right, a lot of you, which is great. You want to have, you want to be a gentleman. You want to be respectful. You want to have your finances in order. You want to be stable and reliable and all of those things, right? You don't disrespect women. You don't do any of that stuff. In fact, the best way to handle a disrespectful woman is just to be like, honey, this doesn't, you know what? I don't have to tolerate this. So I'm not going to. See you later. Bye. You don't give back what she's dishing out, because then you lower yourself, right? You lower your character by stooping to her level. You just don't give her time, right? Just don't give her time. All right. This is nasty. Warning. Big nasty. I put a big sign. Nasty is coming. Okay, number 3. What does the text say? I'm going to read it to you. Now, you're looking at the video, you're like, oh, it's not so bad. No. The text says, walking around with your ex's shirt, your situationship's boxers, while eating the takeout from the date you went on today. Okay, honey, listen. This is the girl that you just paid for the date with. Imagine, just shelled out all that cash. You're feeling like, oh, I took her out. She was attractive. And then she puts this video up. Guys, here, listen. First of all, we'll talk about how disgusting this is in a second. But these girls are putting up these TikToks, and you know, your first reaction is probably like, oh, this is so vile. But it's an archive for you. They have no self-awareness to realize that they are basically showing you why not to pick them. Hey, don't pay for the date with me because I'm an ingrate. Here's all my videos. Hey, I'm a man hater. So even though I look cute, I'm a big red flag. Oh, hey, you know, my TikTok videos show that like I'm sleeping with every Tom, Dick, and Harry, so don't pick me. They are advertising themselves as just unattractive to you, right? So you now can go, if you really want to vet somebody, it's so easy because they're so dumb and there's so little self-awareness that they're putting it all front and center. Here's all the reasons not to pick me. Oh, you didn't pick me? It's like that. So first of all, honey, why are you walking around with your ex's shirt if you've moved on? Weird. Creepy. Secondly, you're in a situationship and you got his boxers on, but you went on a date with somebody else today who probably doesn't know that you're in a situationship, or he probably doesn't know that's going on. And the situationship might not know that you're going on a date. And I guarantee you both probably don't know that you still got all your ex's clothes. You're a raging hot mess, right? Why would a woman with any degree of intelligence put this front and center? And I'll tell you why. Because they think you're going to pick them anyway. They think you're going to see this video, as nasty as it is, and you're going to be so desperate, guys, that you're going to pick them anyway, that you're going to see them walk in or do their next video with a little tight mini dress, and you're going to be like, oh, who cares? What would she say? Hi. Don't do it, right? Don't be the mouse in the trap. Don't do it. Don't fall for the trap. You got to stop. You got to let women like this feel the burn of being ignored, because that changes their behavior, right? That makes this horrible train wreck stop, and makes so that there's actually women who behave differently that you could choose from, because they'll say, listen, this isn't going to work for me. I'm not getting picked, right? By the time they put the videos up, of course, it's too late. But it does send a message. If you stop paying attention to women like that, it does send a message to younger women that are younger than them, that haven't gone this route yet, but are like looking at it and saying, oh, should I do that? Or should I do this? Oh, guys are giving all these nasty girls attention. I guess that's what I should be doing. You have a lot of power. Guys have so much power that if you want women to behave differently, pay women attention who behave differently, right? And you will set off a domino effect that will be in your favor. You just got to stop giving attention to these, 3 or 4 hot messes. All right. Y'all are buying the meat sticks from Lineage. I get a lot of messages saying that you really like them, which makes me really excited. Lineage Provisions is Paul Saladino's company. I am powered by these meat sticks. I love them like a mother loves a child. No, I really do. I really do love them. These are 100% grass-fed, grass-finished, regeneratively farmed meat sticks. These are the garlic and onion. They have a little spicy one that's, delicious. And they have a regular one. What's key about this? There's liver and heart in here. So if you're somebody who needs to get the organ meat, because liver is really nutrient dense, but you don't like the taste of the organ meat, you don't taste it. You don't taste it. And there's no curing agents. These are air dried. I tell you, it's like a little steak in a bag, and it is. Oof. Beef, liver, and heart, and it's just simplest ingredients ever. Typically, by the way, jerky is terrible for you because they use all sorts of stuff that's toxic and all that. This has none of that stuff. It's beyond organic. It's absolutely amazing. 10% discount for you, y'all. You're going to go to lineageprovisions.com. Where did I put the paper? Jedediah 10. We changed the code. Jedediah 10 for 10% off. And you're going to get 10% off site-wide. So you can get the meat sticks, or you can get the protein powder. They have a really cool protein powder that also has organs in it if you're into protein powder. You can get creatine. You can get raw honey. The raw honey is delicious. Oh, my heaven. Beef tallow to cook in. Paul Saladino has outdone himself. And they're all screened for things like glyphosate, heavy metals, toxins, all that. This is like the cleanest food you could possibly eat. No chemical processing, no seed oils, no sugar. Go do it. I'm telling you.
I've gotten over it. I'm probably never having kids. It is what it is. I'm probably going to play video games for the rest of my life. I'm probably going to be as hot for as long as I can. And I'm probably going to keep making money in the best ways I can, which is like doing commercials and shows. Like that's probably what's going to happen for the next like 40 years until I die. And I think people are just going to keep being mad at me about it. It is what it is. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Okay. So there's another one that's like, what, like 12? She's so young. And over again, we're showing these women who are young saying, oh, yeah, I'm fine. I'm just going to like go make my money. And I'm going to just stay hot. That's plastic surgery. That means Botox, fillers, and God knows what else usually. And I'm just going to do this for like 40 years. I'm going to be like rich. And that's just like what it's going to be, right? Because they're being told this is like being praised. Oh, it's great. Yeah, I do it, Again, this gets very old very quickly for these women, right? Very old. 35 and all of a sudden they're like, oh, everyone's married? Oh, it starts to question everything, and then the depression, and then the wine, and then the Xanax, and then you know what's coming. Also, let me just ask this. As a female, what the hell is the point of making your money and being rich and alone at, say, 55? Like, what joy are you getting out of that? Well, let me tell you, none. A woman who follows that path and says, well, I'm just not going to prioritize, a husband, and instead I'm going to just be rich and alone and just be this like, rich girl with like 20 cats at 50. Like, they're miserable. There's no joy in that. Because ultimately what you realize when you get to that age and that happens is that you just tanked all of your feminine energy for this masculine climb. And then when the climb is done, you got nothing left. You're like, well, I want to be nurtured. I want to be loved. Where's my like partner in crime? You feel alone. You feel depressed. All these things happen, right? There's no joy that happens for a career woman who climbs and hits mid-50s, no children, no husband. I mean, it's devastation is what happens. So, someone needs to reality check these young girls while there's still time. Honey, stop doing what you're doing. You're not going to give a lick about your money. It ain't going to keep you warm at night. I promise you that. So it is what it is. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. All right. We're going to do number 5.
Diabolical things I want in a man. Number 1, height. My man's got to be above 6'2". My last 2 boyfriends were 6'3". Both of them. And they were jacked. And they looked really good. How am I supposed to downgrade from that? So, unfortunately, my next man will have to be 6'2" and up. Number 2, you can't have a gut. I need you built. I need you fit and going to the gym multiple times a week. I'm sorry, I'm just not going to date a fat guy. If I can be in the gym 5 days a week and be fit and care about how I look, you can do it. Number 3, he cannot have a salary cap. Whatever career he's in, he needs to have multiple streams of income, and we need to be able to make as much money as possible. That's why I will never date a guy who works in like corporate. What is your 100K salary cap gonna do for me? The max you'll ever be able to get to is like what, 150? Yeah, no, we're good. I need you in a career that is going to make us money. I am a lover of luxury. I like expensive things. I like expensive vacations. So will you if you're my man. So we need a career that can support that. Number 4, whenever we travel, he's got to be flying his business. I'm sorry, we're not sitting in economy together. It's just not happening. Again, this is where the lack of salary cap is really going to help. And number 5, he's got to have a really nice watch. I'm not really impressed when I hear somebody has a Rolex anymore because those can be really cheap. I would much prefer if you had an AP or a Patek and maybe multiple of them. The Rolex can be your day watch and it still better be 50K plus.
Okay. Honey, you're not worth it. You're not worth it. Can I say what we're all thinking? The fact that you delineated this with such, an ego, like you think you're God's gift. You're not worth any of those things. If he is 6'2" and up, built, has multiple watches of the kind that you delineate are appropriate, makes over 150K with no salary cap, and flies his girlfriend first class everywhere, even if he does all that, he shouldn't be doing it for you because you're not worth it, right? The girl who's worth it is the one who doesn't demand all this and gets it just because she's polite and amazing to be around and loyal and loves her man for who he is, not for the stuff. So again, and listen, oh God, I hate to be this person. Attractive girl, yes, but man, she thinks she's a 10 plus and I don't know. Listen, girls, you have an inflated sense of self that's beyond. So these are the types of girls. Honey, what are you doing for him? I want a list. In fact, I would like you, honey, if you're watching, because some of them do, by the way. Just so you know, guys, I get messages from these women. Oh my God, that's me in the video. You're so mean. You're like a mean, old woman. I eat it up. like a Christmas cookie that's just cooked just right. It's not too soft. It's not too burnt. I eat it up because you know what? It's getting under their skin because I'm telling them the truth. So, honey, love muffin out there, if you see the video, I would like to see your list of what you bring to the table that doesn't involve what you look like. Crickets chirp a little bit more. Really, I want a long list. This is crazy. Okay. And now listen, it would be one thing if she internally really said, well, I want a guy. The height thing always is just fascinating to me. Like I can't, I don't know what that's about. But if you wanted a guy who was fit, and you wanted a guy who made good money because you wanted to be say you wanted to not work, right? And you wanted to be hey, I want to stay home with the kids, so he's got to carry the load. And let's say you really did, when you traveled, you wanted to travel really well and you wanted to take a really great vacation. And, the watches is ridiculous. Honestly, how unbelievably materialistic and lame. But whatever. Let's say you wanted these things and you internally felt like that. You would also, if you were a good woman, you'd be like, you know what? I have to be pulling my weight, and I'm going to provide these things that a guy really wants. I'm going to make myself really attractive to those, high value guys that have the money and all this. And what's that going to look like? Well, it's going to look like me being respectful and me being loyal and me being submissive. And, the man of the house is the man of the house. And I'm not going to be a headache for him. And I'm going to say, hey, I want to stay home with the kids. I want to, cook the meals, and I want to be present, and I want to be mom. And, it's a different energy that then guys want to do. Guys are so inclined to want to do really nice things for good women, right? They want to do nice things for you. They want to treat their girlfriends well. They want to buy a nice, birthday treat or a birthday surprise, but not for women like this. Guys, listen, if they're delineating all this stuff, they don't care about you. They want a showpiece, or they want it's all about money, and she's a lover of luxury. She doesn't care about you at all. You want a woman who cares about you so much that the stuff is extra and it's nice. Don't get me wrong. A beautiful luxury vacation is nice. Don't get me wrong. Flying first class is nice. And all this stuff is nice. Even the watches, which I could give a lick about. But yeah, sure, it's nice stuff. Okay, whatever the stuff is that you like. I like, infrared saunas that are expensive. So it's nice. But you need to know that woman's going to be by your side through thick and thin, not there for the stuff. How unbelievably unlikable these women are, right? Is it me? Get in the chat. Tell me. I want to know. All right. Last clip of the day is a juicy one. Number 6. Here it comes. All right. So may this type of love chase me, finds me, something like that. Okay. Guys, this is women saying this is what they want, right? They want the guy showing up with the flowers. I think that one's got a balloon. Okay. Now, underneath this post on Twitter, I'm going to read you the first 3 comments, and they're fantastic. Okay. Comment 1, lies, don't fall for it, man. Comment 2, stop acting like you treat this guy the way he deserves. You're going to shit all over his parade. Comment 3, bro will get friend zoned in 3 business days. Okay. So I love this because guys get it. Guys get it. Do you know why they get it? Because they've been that guy. They did this stuff. And you know what happened? They got left. They got cheated on. They got burned. They got put on the B list. They got pushed aside for some guy who wasn't giving those women the time of day. So guys, here's the thing. You can't overdo it like this. Again, be a gentleman, right? You meet a really good quality woman and you want to surprise her with flowers on her birthday, or you want to do something really nice for her and say, hey, I'm picking you up on Friday night. We're going somewhere special. Or yes, when you meet that quality woman, do things that are nice for her. Absolutely. Does she deserve it? Let's say she does, and she's being polite and all these things and supportive of you, and it's just a great dynamic. Yeah, you want to be that guy, right? What you don't want to be is the guy who overdoes it in the beginning for you, who knows who, right? So the second you start being that guy that has the boombox outside her window, on date 2, like she says she wants, and shows up on date 1 with so many flowers that you have to move them this way to see your face because the flowers are so massive. Or the guy who date 1 is the big fancy dinner with the limo outside, or shows up just because with a big stack of balloons that you picked out, after date 2. It's too much. It's too much. You're showing that you're just way too into her. You got nothing else going on. You got no other options except her, right? You're basically all your eggs in one basket. And if she says no, you're going to be feeling pain. You can't give off that energy. 0. Secondly, you're showering somebody who may not deserve to be showered, who's going to be an ingrate about it. And thirdly, you're sending friend zone me energy right from the get-go. So again, in the beginning, you have to, the energy that you want to give is, yeah, I'm interested, but I'm busy, right? You want to give that energy. You're working, you're making money. You got girls approaching you left and right. Some of them you have time for and some of them you don't, right? You still are really interested in her though, right? You are, you're taking her out, you're being polite on the date, you're being a gentleman, you're being respectful, you're doing all those things because so far she's showing that she deserves it, but you're not overshowering because you don't know yet. You don't know who she really is. And you got a life, right? So you can't be standing outside her window with a boombox all night long if you got to work, right? You can't overdo that stuff like the guy in the movie because the guy in the movie is just a guy in the movie that she thinks she wants, and she would leave and cheat on that guy in the movie too. So it's a balance. Don't go over the top in the beginning. Only do for women who deserve it and temper it, right? It can't be like so crazy that you look desperate. Desperate is so unattractive. It's so unattractive. The truth is that women not want to know that even though you're on the date with them in the beginning and you're giving them time, that phone is going off, right? You got people wanting to take your time, women, jobs, things are just happening in your life that's not just them. That energy makes them feel like, ooh, if I really like him, I better be on my best behavior. I'm just saying. It's true. Hit that subscribe for me right now. Let's all do it together. Hit it. I'll dance while you do it. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm feeling the beat. Okay. Hit that like button. Get in the comments. I want to see your comments. I love that you guys are so active in the comment section. I read them. Fantastic comments. And get in the chat. I like a feisty chat. I'll see you again soon. Stay feisty.